I have stood on the mantles of giants for nearly 100 years. I have heard the sweeping strings of Hitchcock, the jazz of La La Land, and the silent echoes of the black and white era. But in 2023, my gold began to vibrate. A sound was coming from the east. Not a whisper, but a roar. Naatu Naatu.
Not salsa, not flamenco, my brother.
Do you know Naatu?
What is Naatu?
M.M. Keeravani didn't use a baton. He used a pulse. 110 beats per minute of pure, unadulterated defiance. In the West, you might call it syncopation. In the heart of Andhra Pradesh, they call it Janapadi, the music of the soil. It is the sound of a heartbeat after a long run. Every note was engineered to make the listener feel breathless before the first word was even spoken. Then came the lyrics. Chandra Bose didn't look in poetry books for these lines. He looked in his mother's kitchen and his father's fields. He sang of the sharpness of a green chili and the beating of a stick against a tin drum. This wasn't just a song. It was a sensory map of a village. Every syllable was chosen to act as a percussion instrument. To say the word Naatu is to strike a drum. Look at the setting, the Mariinsky Palace in Kiev, a monument of European elegance and rigid structure. This is where the clash happened. On one side, the refined flamenco and the waltz, dances of the elite designed to keep the world in order. On the other, two men with nothing but the dust on their clothes and the fire in their blood. The song starts as a response to humiliation. It is the moment the subordinate takes over the room. Notice the architecture of the sound, the way the orchestra swells when the protagonists lock arms. It is the sound of colonial walls crumbling. It's the reclamation of dignity through a 6/8 rhythm. It proves that you don't need a crown to be a king. You just need a rhythm that the king cannot follow. Filmed in a land that would soon face its own struggle for sovereignty, the song took on a haunting, unintended weight. It became a global anthem for the underdog, recorded in a palace of peace that would soon see the shadows of war. The music carries that ghost of resilience in every bar. I watched from my pedestal in Los Angeles as the city fell in love. Usually foreign songs are treated as novelties, a curious flavor from a distant land. But Naatu Naatu was an infection. From the neon streets of Tokyo to the suburbs of New Jersey, people who couldn't speak a word of Telugu were shouting, "Naatu," with the ferocity of a battle cry. Efficiency is the enemy of art. To the world, it looked effortless. To the creators, it was an obsession, nearly 100 takes. Not for the steps, but for the spirit. Keeravani and the visionary S.S. Rajamouli knew they weren't just making a hit. They were building a bridge. A bridge that would carry the weight of an entire nation's cinematic pride across the Atlantic Ocean. It broke the Bollywood stereotype. It forced the world to recognize the distinct, thunderous voice of Tollywood and South Indian cinema. It wasn't about being like Hollywood. It was about being so authentically local that the global had no choice but to pay attention. The Golden Night and Legacy, 1500 to 2000. The night. Then came the night. My night. When the envelope opened at the Dolby Theatre, I felt a shift in the tectonic plates of cinema. When Keeravani mentioned the Carpenters in his acceptance speech, the circle was complete. The East and West weren't just shaking hands. They were singing the same tune. For the first time, a truly Indian production, born of the Telugu soil and the Telugu soul, stood on my stage as an absolute equal. No longer a foreign language footnote, but an original song powerhouse. It was the night the world realized that the most powerful stories aren't the ones told in English. They are the ones told with the most heart. The legacy of Naatu Naatu isn't a dance trend. It is a door that has been kicked wide open. It taught us that you don't have to change your sound to win my golden heart. You just have to sound like home. I am the theoscarknight, and of all the songs I have guarded over the decades, this one still makes my gold skin burn with pride. Naatu Naatu.
Not salsa, not flamenco, my brother.
Do you know Naatu?
What is Naatu?
పొలం గట్టు దుమ్ములోన పోట్ల గిత్త దూకినట్టు పొలేరమ్మ జాతరలో పోతరాజు ఊగినట్టు కిర్రు సెప్పులేసుకొని కర్ర సాము చేసినట్టు మర్రి సొట్టు నీడలోన కుర్ర గుంపు కూడినట్టు ఎర్ర జొన్న రొట్టెలోన మిరప తొక్కు కలిపినట్టు నా పాట చూడు నా పాట చూడు నా పాట చూడు నాటు 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 వీర నాటు 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 ఊర నాటు 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 పచ్చి మిరపలాగా నాటు 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 విచ్చు కత్తిలాగా వెర్రి నాటు.
I've had enough of this nonsense! You two, out!
No, Jake, I've had enough of your bullying. Oh, Go!
పోయేలా ఢండన కరమోగినట్టు సెవులు సిల్లు పడేలాగా కీసు పిట్ట కూసినట్టు ఏలు సిటికెలేసేలా ఎప్పారం సాగినట్టు కాలు సింధు తొక్కేలా దుమ్మారం రేగినట్టు ఒళ్ళు చెమట పట్టేలా వీరంగం చేసినట్టు నా పాట చూడు నా పాట చూడు నా పాట చూడు నాటు 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 వీర నాటు 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 ఊర నాటు 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 గట్ట పారలాగా చెట్ట నాటు 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 ఉక్కపోతలాగా టిక్క నాటు.
Disgusting. This is filthy.
భూమి దత్తరిల్లేలా ఒంటిలోని రగతమంత రక్కలేసి ఎగిరేలా ఎసే రోయకాయకి నాటు నాటు నాటు. అరే దుమ్ము దుమ్ము దులిపేలా లోపలున్న పానమంతా టుముకు టుముకులాడేలా దూకేనో సరాసరి నాటు నాటు నాటు.